Hello, everybody. We are here, and today our podcast is gonna switch to the English because we're gonna talk with our clients in English too. We are here with JP. He's our
Hi.
manager here, and Tracy, our client. She just bought a new
Kia Soul.
Soul
Kia Soul.
23 with us, and you wanna know how was your experience with us?
Oh my gosh. Well, first, thank you for having me. I wanted to do this because of the great experience I had
Okay.
here at City Kia buying my most recent car.
Perfect, incredible. You already have a Kia Soul. You told me about that.
Yeah, she had a Kia Soul, ended up getting in an accident.
Right.
What type of accident?
Yeah, I got head on.
Wow.
It hit me right in the front, and the whole front collapsed.
Okay.
And it looked. All I remember is the airbag going off and waking up and going, oh my goodness, and cutting off the car and undoing my seatbelt and getting right out. And when the police responded to the accident, he said, I'm not supposed to say this to you, but I'm going to tell you two things. Number one, your car is totaled. And I could
wow.
see that it was gone. But number two, you need to get right back into this type of car because you are fine. You're going to be
Exactly.
sore, but you're fine.
So the car was very sure for you.
Oh, absolutely safe, 100%. The next day, I was telling JP, I went to the place where they towed it to sign over for my insurance to take the car back. And it was so interesting because the guy that walked me out said, were you the driver? And I said, yes. And he
my
said,
God.
most of the time when I see a Kia Soul, it's the driver that comes the next day. And they're safe. His mother, his daughter, his
Oh my
wife
God.
are all in Kia Souls. So, I stand behind the Kia Soul 150%. I love
Okay.
the car. And then it was time to get a new one. And that's what brings us here to City Kia.
Yes.
What was your experience with us before you purchased your new vehicle?
Well, I had a 2019 Kia Soul that I loved, and I had a recall notice on it and brought it into City because you were the dealership that was recommended by some friends to come into. And you all serviced my car without question, washed it, took care of everything top to bottom for it. And I just felt like I was treated so well by your service people, and they would give me a ride to work if it was on a work day. And just they always appreciated my business. And the next thing I know, I'm in need of a car. And despite having a neighbor that works for another Kia dealership in our area, I said, no, I'm going to City because those people are wonderful.
Exactly.
And I wanted to come here, and that's what I did.
Nice.
Exactly, incredible. And how you know about us?
Well, I had service done here before, so I did know you all had served my car,
Okay.
but until I bought my car, I'd never been in the showroom.
Oh my
So it
God.
was really cool to come in, and you're greeted by a receptionist when you come in,
Exactly.
and they're so nice. Hi, how can we help you? Let me get someone. And then from there, I met JC.
Nice.
And had never met JC in my life. Now I love JC. And his first question was, how can I help you today?
Exactly.
And I said, I'm walking a little slow, JC, but I want a late model Kia Soul, low mileage. And he said, okay. And I said, I'll follow you slowly around your lot.
Exactly.
He said, no, you won't. I'm going to pull him up to the door. And literally, he pulled the cars almost through your doors here so that I didn't have to walk around the lot at all, which was above and beyond. He gave me a price comparison of the car that I'd asked for and a brand new 23. And I looked at the price side by side, and
Okay.
he never pressured me. And I said, yep, that's the one I want. Give me the new one.
So you have a great upgrade in your
Oh,
car.
absolutely.
And you feel a lot difference between the oldest and the new one?
Well, there are a lot of safety differences, and I
Okay.
know JP, you're an expert. But if
Yeah.
I don't put on a turn signal, it beep beep beep.
Exactly.
Yeah, you better turn. Put on. But the funniest thing I think about the car is its ability to tell me when I'm in the Starbucks line, the
Okay.
car in front of you has moved forward, and
Exactly.
that's a big thing here in Florida. Everybody's laying on the horn, but the car will actually tell you that. Those things don't really matter to me
Exactly.
as much as the handling of the car, the safety, the gas mileage in the car. It responds so quickly. Anytime I'm doing something, I just feel very safe in the car, which is why I wanted to get right back into
My
one
goodness.
immediately. And Mr. Raul and the whole team here has been phenomenal.
Thank
Mr.
you.
Raul, no, Mr. Raul is and I want to say this even though you're not asking me this. When I met Mr. Raul, he is a servant leader, and I want people out there to know this man is a servant leader,
Yes.
and his team is all about the customer experience. And I can't say that enough. You can decide where to buy your groceries. You can decide where to buy your
Exactly.
gas. You also decide where to buy a car, and you can get a Kia anywhere, but you will not get the service anywhere else that you get here at City Kia. No way, no question about it. I don't know much about cars. But these guys do. And I
my God.
never felt that the process was taken away from me in any way. And I just appreciated it so much.
My God, thank you very much for that incredible word for us.
You know, and like how you were saying, everybody greets you, like you were telling me. No, there was no person that didn't say hi to you, offered you a bottle of water.
Yeah, and knows
made
my
sure that you were
car's
okay.
name.
Knows Jarvis.
They know Jarvis.
Everybody knows
they
Jarvis.
know my car's name. And, I'm talking to Carlos on the phone the other day. He walks by, hey, how's it going? I mean, I feel like I'm connected to this group, and I feel like they care. And, the saying is true, and you all know this. If you give someone good service, they may tell a friend. If you don't give someone good service, they're going to tell everybody with two ears. And I just think it's so critical that if you are looking to buy a car, you got your tax returns coming back, it's the end of the year, maybe you're thinking about, I'm going to go ahead and pull the trigger and get a new car. You need to come here, and you need to tell any salesman what it is that you're looking for. They will not try to put you in something that you don't want and you can't afford. And we were talking, JP, about the city car care package where, don't get yourself in a car that you can't afford to maintain. And that's the big thing. And with that
city care
package, the city
the
care,
maintenance,
oh my God.
The headlight display.
Yes.
Everything in that city care package, the towing that we have, which we have an app that you can actually download to your phone. We have towing companies where we pay the highest bidder for that. So instead of actually having somebody bid to the lowest, we want the highest because we want the highest customer service.
Right.
So that's exactly why we take the highest bids on the tow
And-
service.
and-
And they'll bring you anywhere. It doesn't have to be City Kia. If you're traveling and you're in Miami and you get a flat tire and you need
Exactly.
to go ahead and go to a Kia dealership, it's not going to be a City Kia.
Exactly.
You can get towed to another dealership to be able to go ahead and get that need fixed.
That's
so
right.
That way you don't have to worry about that. And that's all included in your
Absolutely.
vehicle purchase at City Kia.
It sure is. And, in talking to all the people in this dealership the day I was here, I was just talking to Eric, who is actually a finance guy.
Yeah.
But Eric's the one that said, if I was getting a car, and he had no idea why I was here. We were just talking. And he said, let me tell you about this package that I think is the best thing going, which is the car, the tire and
tire and wheel
package. I said, put that on there, Eric. Eric actually financed my car. And he told me exactly what he did, which I appreciated. He knew the rates. He is educated in his part of the operations. I've got Ermin right there that does accessories. I'm like, I want the little rain things on my
German's
window.
great.
And German's like, I got you. And he's typing it right in and saying, I'm going to order them and have them in. Everybody here is part of the team. And if you're a customer, especially, if you're a person that doesn't know a lot about cars, you are potentially putting yourself out there to the integrity of those that you deal with.
Yes.
And the people here have high integrity. They appreciate their customers. And, Mr. Raul, that starts at the top. And if you want to talk to Mr. Raul, you talk to Mr. Raul.
Yep.
But
Yes.
every time I come in, it's a hug and a warm greeting. The last thing that I would like to share about my experience that I really think sets you guys apart is after I've got the car I want and Eric's financed it and JC's doing his part and they're cleaning it up for me, getting it ready, I got called to another gentleman. And he said, my job is to ask you about your experience. And I said, everything was great, loved it. He said, no. And this guy was absolutely interrogating me. What can we do better? See, somebody just bought a car.
There you go.
Way to go. Yay!
Another one. Yay!
Woo!
We still another car, yeah.
But he said, I need to know how to coach our people up. And he would ask the same question multiple times, multiple ways. He said, I need to know anything that was not at 100% because we don't want you walking out of here unless you are 100% satisfied. That's huge. The
Exactly.
follow-up calls, everything. It's a great place, and I can't say enough about
That's
it.
actually Carlos Castillo, our
Yes.
customer service
Exactly.
manager.
Yes,
That is
and
Very,
it's
very, very
and
good.
it's so important that people know, society's kind of taken a hit.
Yeah.
We're not treating each other as well as we should. I have to say, it's sad when I look at the last part of my year and say one of the highlights was actually dropping a lot of money on a Kia Soul. But I really love the car, and I love the people, and
Exactly.
my relationship with City Kia ongoing, and I do anything for Mr. Raul and
Oh
JC,
my God.
Eric, you guys, the team, all
It's
of you.
true.
That's true.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Oh, you're so welcome.
Thank you so much,
Thank
Tracy.
you. And how I use what's saying, if you have a good experience, you're going to tell you with your family, with your friends,
Yeah.
and that is the best advertising for us, the best
Yeah.
marketing for us because it's real.
Right,
It's true.
and people know, in a lot of things, especially those that talk about my money, I have really
Exactly.
high expectations. They're not unreasonable, but I expect to be treated well, and I expect to have questions answered. I expect to be given respect in my, because that's how I treat people. It doesn't get any better than the salesman here. There was
Exactly.
never any pressure. And if I had said at any time, JC, I'm tired, I'm going to talk to you another time, he would have thanked me for my time, given me a bottle of water for the road, and sent me, going. So
Exactly.
I can't say enough about everybody here, and I appreciate the opportunity to share my
you.
experience because I'm just a real person. I'm not paid to be here. I'm
Yes,
not.
we are.
I paid for my own car.
We don't pay anything
That's
for
right.
this.
But I do want to thank everybody here at
Thank
City.
We appreciate it.
Oh my God! Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you for taking your time.
Of course.
Today is a day for important for everybody.
Yes,
Exactly.
but this is important too because if anybody is watching this and they're on the fence, I'm pushing you
Exactly.
over.
Yeah.
2023
Thank you.
is your year to be in a
2023.
car from
Thank
City
you.
Kia.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you very much. And you used to work in television.
I
so
did.
Yeah.
You are very, very.
Well,
Oh my
I
God.
enjoy it.
She's gonna
Many
give us the
years
pointers,
ago.
Annika.
No,
It's
many
gonna be great.
many years ago.
Okay,
many.
tell us about that a little bit because I know that you used to work in CNN.
Yeah, it's Headline Sports. Yep.
Oh my
And
goodness.
ESPN, but
That'd be
that's
great.
before. Yeah, I can give you a little 30-second sportscast, but no,
Okay.
you guys are all over the place with your advertising. Your social media
Okay,
presence is
thank you.
huge,
So-
and that's really important.
A question: We are we do a good job?
Absolutely.
You did a great job.
Yes.
In television, are you doing a good job?
You all are
Perfect.
doing fantastic. I'm
Hey.
just happy to be here today to spend a
Thank
little time
you.
with you, but I appreciate it. Thank you
problem.
both
We
so
appreciate
much.
you actually
Oh,
coming
no.
today and telling
My
us your
pleasure. My pleasure.
Thank you. We are finished. Thank you very much. Happy New Year. And I know what we gonna stay with you in the next month with our family and your friends, and that is a best gift for us.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Yes,
Hopefully
thank you.
We'll look to see you again and hear what somebody else is bringing.
That's right. That's right. You got it.
Exactly. Thank you. So thank you very much for everybody. Happy New Year.